Oh man. I don't know. Am I getting sound now? I'm trying a whole different way. Sound check, check, sound check, sound check, sound check, sound check. Checking the sound. Let's see. This is so brutal that they do this to me every time, or not every time, but so often. Uh, oh, any platform. Anyway, I wasn't getting sound, so let's see if somebody is able to get in here and see if they can hear me. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. Let me know if check, check, mic check. You know, can you hear what I'm saying? Maybe? Oh, no. They're like popping in and out. Oh, I don't know why. This whole member thing is tough. Oh, is anyone in here and hearing any sound? Any sound? Any. Oh my God. This is incredible. Nobody and no sound. Amazing. All these years I doing this work, same thing all the time. Um, God. Any sound, any sound, any sound. I mean, just forward to where there's sound. If you're watching this in a replay, this is ridiculous. And I might have to stop doing this. This will make no sense to do at all. I might give up on this. Okay. Hey, am I getting any sound? Can you hear me what I'm saying? Any sound? Question mark? Oh, finally. Okay. Wow. 5 minutes. Okay, good. All right. Look, fast forward to now. I hope people do. Amazing. What a pain. Um, hooray. Okay. Topic of the video. Um, $250,000 in student loan at age 50. Okay. First of all, everything I talk about on this show, on this live stuff, whenever I'm talking, only people that get the trust can do what I'm talking about. No one else can do it. That's it. Get the trust, you could do everything I'm talking about. Don't get the trust, can't do anything I'm talking about. Okay? Very clear. All right. You cannot do this unless you get our trust or use our trust. Okay. So, uh, student loans, age 50, right? You have so much student loans is not a horror because I'm out there looking, I kind of, I've done everything, financially that like every hack and everything. So I've explained it all. I've exposed every mystery. It's all, there are no more mysteries. So now I'm like looking out at like the, super thousands of views channel, you know what I mean? And what are they talking about? Well, I'll tell you what's coming up for a lot of people is this whole student loan thing, right? And they're like, oh, you're going to owe us money, 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 money. It's like, well, let me say, here's the point of this video. This is the main point. If you have the trust, you don't have to pay student loans. If you have the trust, you never pay student loans. If you get this trust, you use this trust, you don't ever have to pay student loans, no matter how much you get. So $250,000 in student loans when you're age 50, way to go, right? You got $250,000. Let's hope you got a useful degree out of it too, where you can make some money, right? Okay. So, but I mean, we're obviously bound in financial slavery in every type of slavery. Voting is a hoax, right? You know, is there any method for you to find out, oh, I cast my vote and it got counted? No. Does the bank ever sign a document? No. That's slavery. We're slaves. We say you just haven't accepted reality if you think there's something else going on. We're financial slaves, at least, right? At least financial slaves, at least, right? Of our controllers of the system, right? The in God we trust, a trust. The in God we trust, the trustees of that trust, you're slaves of those trustees. Everyone is. Because every currency is tied to the dollar, right? Every plantation here, right? Everyone is a slave of the in God we trust, meaning the USA. Whoever runs that corporation called says you can look it up on Dun and Bradstreet right now. Type. Actually, don't even bother with that. I am going to. I'm just going to put that link in the chat just so we have it. So it's like, oh, what is he talking about? I'm talking about this. The In God We Trust, right? It's In God We Trust / USA Inc. So what does / mean in a registered business? Registered meaning, you pay a fee, you have to put it to the Secretary of State. Why do I know for a fact, and why anyone should know for a fact, that what the URL that I just posted into the chat here that you can click on, why do I know for a fact that that's the US government, right? The head organization of every organization on earth falls under that one link I sent to you, the USA Inc., right? Inga We Trust / USA Inc. Why do I know that? Well, first of all, our government, it has to have uh, credit, right? It's running its government and needs credit. It's telling us all the time, oh, hey, we had a tough time today. You don't want to know why? Our credit card almost got declined. Why? Well, it's up to 33 million, trillion, right? It's up to 33 trillion. And we almost didn't raise our own credit limit of our credit card that's up to 33 trillion. Like, what? That's a, you actually, that's a pantomime that no one can figure out. And that was something that seemed like something to people. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, we have a credit card, right? And we just run it up and we do anything we want. And what? Then we raise the credit limit. Why? Because, well, we print dollars. Well, if you print dollars, how are you in debt? Well, because we have slavery and we pay everything to the evil overlords so that everybody has less and nothing. It's like, yeah, no, that's the plan. That's the woo. That's what they're doing. That's the evil they're up to. And how do I know that's for sure there? Because it's we owe. The government owes money. How could a government owe money? I don't understand how any government can owe money. That's what it's a Ponzi scheme. By law, if you look up Ponzi scheme, that a government is in debt is a Ponzi scheme. That's what it is, where you say, "Oh, we have to borrow money to create money." Well, oh, wait, what? No, you make dollars or pesos or right lira or rupees. You make them. So you literally create them. So there's no middleman. How would you owe debt as a country? How is that even possible that you could? You know what I'm saying? But they do all day long. Debt, 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 debt. So what does that tell me? Well, you cannot get any credit for your trust unless you registered it at the Secretary of State. That's a fact. Okay, so their whole thing, debt, debt, debt. We got debt. We got debt, debt, debt. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, that means they have to be registered at the Secretary of State in one of the 50 states. And it's not that hard to track down because if you're right, if you're a student, right, in any of the state sponsored slave programming stations known as school, where every single thing is a lie or made up. Like English isn't a lie, but it's made up. Math isn't a lie, but it's made up. The rest of it's a lie. It's either lie or made up, meaning, well, everything in school is made up, right? They just make it true. None of it's true. Nothing at school is true, you see? So that's their indoctrination place. So they're like, they throw in a tiny tidbit of truth and you're left there to, what? So what do they say? Oh, Declaration of Independence. Oh, okay. Declaration of Trust is how you start a trust. So it's a declaration, right? They're going to form a more perfect union, meaning, oh, we're not with God anymore. We're with the other side. Oh, that's a more perfect union. More Perry, right? Perry, fairy, angel. Yeah. The fallen angels have made a trust. Woo! And they have a more perfect union with the opposite of, the savior. The, this guy, that creature, the creature. And so they did that on purpose, but they need to get credit. So in the programming stations, when you're at the school, you will do whatever you say. Repeat after me. Repeat after me. Repeat after me. Take a test. Take another test. Fill out this BS. The people that do poorly in school are probably the most intelligent people because they're like, I'm not learning anything. I'm just no longer listening. Smart people. Okay, so what do they say about this Declaration of Trust? Oh, we formed a more perfect union. Declaration of Trust. Oh, okay. Declaration of Independence. Had a date, right? Formed in bloody 1776. Okay. Where? Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Oh, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So you see, it's like, well, let me just go looking at your story first, right? Because obviously it wasn't formed in 1776, but the location, that's important, right? Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Well, that's exactly that link that I just put up there in chat is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They were easy to spot. And it says, oh, we were formed in 2003. Oh, maybe they had another one before it. Maybe they just re-registered in 2003. But what does it mean? 2 times 3, 33, right? We spit a W, spit a E. Signs and symbols rule the earth, not rules or laws. That's a Confucius or confusing saying that they have, but it's not confusing. It's actually clear when you see that. You see, because we and 2003 are actually mean the same thing to them. To them, you see their numbers, their signs and symbols of who they are, their secret Lego that you'll never figure out. Oh, I got to figure it out. It wasn't that hard, right? Is you taught us math and then you had this lingo from it. That's all it is. So this IGA We Trust /USA Inc. is there. It is registered Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It used to be registered at a townhouse, right? But now it's just a vacant lot. So your government exists, right? The government ruling earth on a vacant lot in, let's just say the nastiest city I've ever been to, Philly, right? Philly. Oh my God, what a piece of work, right? Don't ever go. Just take my word for that. Don't ever, 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 ever. Just it has nothing good. Okay. And so, but that mirrors who they are, right? So they're like, oh, found you. You're registered. You have debt. You have credit out there. You're running your whole super slave system. And so there is no hidden secret financial system. There isn't. They're just hidden secret financial methods that this I teach and this school teaches that they use within the existing system that you could use too. That's what this is about. Do you see? So it's like, oh, well, if we have to use a system, you have to use a system. There's only one financial system. There isn't like a separate one hiding somewhere. No, it's just that these trusts, you don't report the IRS or anyone, and you don't, and you don't pay taxes. So there's never any paperwork trail or nothing like that. So it's an invisible system within the system that you could take advantage of, and the people here in this are taking advantage of that. Great. So it's like, okay. And so I learned from, you can't get credit unless you register at Secretary of State. I learned that from my own experience, from my own starting a trust. Oh, okay. So They have to be registered. There they are, just like there's, BS story when they started the trust, but there it is. Okay. And so what does it mean? The name In God We Trust, right? It's right on the dollar bill. So you can't, there are special rules at Secretary of State. You can't register a trust as Secretary of State unless the last word of the name of a trust is trust. And you can't register, you can't even use the word bank at all, right? Or trust in the naming of any kind of, entity unless it's a trust and unless it's a bank. Two special words at every Secretary of State. So when you see In God We Trust, that's a trust. Has to be by the laws of Secretary of State. And so, okay, but what's the other part of it? Forward slash. What's that? Okay, DBA, right? Doing business as. It's a business name that means you can have two names for the one business. In other words, the In God We Trust could have another name at the same time and do business in two separate names. No problem. Forward slash, that's what that means. USA Inc. So In God We Trust, USA. That's what the USA, that's where they are, everybody. Everywhere. And on the dollars, on the printed money, on all that, In God We Trust. That's them. It's the only thing that fits the description. You see? I mean, it's the only thing with no trail, right? It's a vacant lot. So easy to find them. So it's like, okay, I look at them, I'm like, oh, so doing all this stuff, having slaves and owning the world and treating everyone like crap. Oh, you use a trust to do that. Well, maybe I'm not evil, but if you could do all that evil stuff, you could do good stuff too. You could do other things, right? You don't have to be purely evil. Oh, okay. So you could have a trust, or you could do the things that they do. And that's what everyone has done at this school. That's what I did first, and that's what we do. And so what happens when you do that? Oh, okay. You have nothing, right? You end up I have nothing, meaning you're straw man, you're all capital letter person, right? You have a person account or do you have a business account? Uh, see, humans, right? They don't own anything. It's not possible. Any ownership of any asset of any kind, money or title, bank account, anything, it has to be in the name of a corporation, including like your straw man. So humans cannot own anything. It is not possible. Okay. We currently, no matter who you are, own nothing and control a little bit of something. Maybe. And maybe you're completely controlled. And maybe it's just the appearance of control to keep you a slave. That's really what it is. And so this method is the only method where you leave their jurisdiction and all that stuff behind by doing what they're doing. Well, who does the guy we trust pay taxes to if it's the top of the heap? No one. And neither do you. Neither does your trust. You see? So what does this bring us to? Okay. So break it down. You got a trust or trusts and a person. The person is, your all capital letter name, your social security number. Every corporation has a name and a 9-digit number. Everyone. That's what they have in America, right? 100%. Okay. And so it's either an EIN or it's a social security number, but it's a 9-digit identifier. 9, right? So that's what it is. And so when you have a trust, yeah, you're hearing about the trust bank account that allows you to get tax credits on everything you run through the trust bank account. Do you teach that method? Oh no, that's fake. That's a fake method. You're talking about people that have no proof. I'm the only human with proof, right? Who else has proof of any financial outcome ever? Who's in social media? Anyone? No one has any proof. No one. I've never seen a single human that has proof that teaches financial methods. And it's certainly not that method, unfortunately, right? It's like get a hold of your secret trust. Here's what you can do. If you there is a secret system in that uh, you know, You don't have to pay for anything. That is true. That's what they teach, right? Oh, hey, there's secret paperwork where, the government is actually good. They just have secret paperwork they're not telling you about. They're secretly good? Secretly good. Why would you keep that a secret? You know what I mean? No, we're evil and everything, but we're secretly good and holding money for you if you can figure out hidden paperwork that nobody knows about and nobody has proof of. No, that's true. And that's actually true. There is that hidden system exists for, I would say, more than 99% of the population. More than 99% of the population has the method and uses the method, Sovereign Queen, you're talking about. But it doesn't go exactly the way you're thinking. You have to go down to Freemason Hall, right? Knock on a door. You actually don't have to knock on the door. You could go like you're gonna knock on the door, and they'll answer the door before you knock on the door, right? And what? You go there and sell your soul to the devil, right? That's what they all do, knowingly. Maybe you haven't knowingly done it yet, but they all have. And almost every human in the United States has, and actually in this entire world, almost every single human has. How could anyone be paying mortgages for houses at the expense they are now? How could do you know anyone that could pay? Do you actually know a single human that brings in enough money to pay like, $750,000 mortgage? Do you know anyone? Do you know anyone? Anyone you've ever met that you see proof they have that money in the bank and they're currently enrolled in a job where they make that much money with no student loans, nothing like that, right? That they can service a loan like that on home. Have you ever met anyone in your entire life? Yeah, never. Right, Mary agreed. Never. Never met anyone. But city after city after city after city all across the United States, everyone can afford everyone. But you and me, we never met those people. We never met a single human that makes that amount of money. We don't know anyone, right? We don't know anyone, not a single anyone. But every house in every city, everyone's paying like these mortgages. I mean, this is just simple logic, okay? Where you know you're being lied to about everything, and you are being lied to about every single thing in your life, everything. Okay, until you accept that fact, you don't know what's going on in reality. You don't even know that part yet. You see what I'm saying? You haven't gone, oh, they're lying to me. Why? For control. People are like, well, why would they lie? It's like that's the dumbest question that anyone has ever said to me, but it's been repeated hundreds of times to me. Why would anyone lie? Like, have you been a child? You reach in a cookie jar, you pull out a cookie. Why are you lying that you didn't take the cookie? So you don't get caught. What is stupid? That's why they're lying, so they don't get caught. How stupid. You're like, what a question, right? Why? Because they have a house, everything, they don't pay bills, everything's free. Everything, everything is free for them. Everything is free. Well, who's out on the jet skis all day long and all these boats and everything all over Florida, all the waterfront houses, all of them full. Hey, everybody's cool, and they're only there some of the time because they got other houses in all these other places. They don't even have one house their service is dead on. They got places everywhere. We got a bunch of places. Everyone has multiple houses. Like all these people. That's just a fact. Pay the interest and not the principal. What are you talking about? How they out playing and doing nothing all day? I don't get it. What are you talking about? I asked that simple question when I was little, and literally everyone said, "I don't know. I never thought about it." So you never thought about how people can afford homes, and you can't. Thank you. A child, an intelligent child, obviously, but a child. It's so right in your face, right in your face all day. What do you like? No way you could qualify for a loan. Even if you could, you can't pay for it. What? No way. No way, right? No way. So just that's the way it is. And you're like, oh dang, I didn't quite. Well, who could get real? You see, they all just sold their soul. You don't think so, but how else do they get the money? How else they get the money to live their life all day long, every year, and all this? How'd they get the money? How'd they get the money? You see, no, there's no other way. It's not even a possibility of another way. I know a lot about money and stuff. They're not going to give me a mortgage. No way. They're just like, oh, you don't qualify. You can maybe do it by creating some paperwork and stuff like that. Yeah, get the program. Of course, we'll talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But can you pay for it? No. So we use other methods to pay for it, right? Not with a job and not how we're told. That's not possible. No way. You see what I'm saying? So that's just by numbers. And then you're like, well, let's see. How often do houses double in financial value? You know what I mean? Pretty regular. Pretty regular, right? If houses were, $10,000 in say 1970, like a super nice one. You know what I mean? Like your $1 million house was $10,000 in 1970. So that's not how what? You know what I mean? Like this is slavery. And it's meant to be an end game blow up, the whole financial system situation. Obviously, we're coming to the end of. Obviously, just by math. Come on. My God, you have to sell your soul. You're outside. That's it. You're out. No roof over your head. No way. Here's how you do it. You don't think, right? Speak of the devil. Speak of it. You don't think the devil's going to show up? No, come on. How many times have you talked to the devil? It's been more than 20 for me. If you haven't, well, you're nobody. You know what I'm saying spiritually. Like you haven't called it down. You follow me? No, but you see this whole system, think of how many thousands of individuals whose job it is to do nothing all day except for watch you by the numbers. Thousands. So they do shifts and whatnot. Think about it. Think of how many hundreds of them are on a shift in a day on you individually. Think about it by the numbers. Think about it. That's their actual job. When you sell your soul, you don't do it's like the Truman Show. You're performing your character role, watching the ones that won't turn. That's their job. You see? That's the only thing they do, and they get time off and stuff like that to play their character in this other place as if it's real near you to watch you. They're creepy. They're totally creepy. They're not a thing like you and me. Like there are many birds, right? There's a dove and there's a hawk. They're not the same. They're not the same, right? There are many species. There are multiple species of human. There are mainly two, right? And they're not us. They're not going to be us. No, 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 no. Them follow us. No way. No way. Maybe in some more billions of lifetimes. Maybe, you know. But, that used to be us, but it's us no more. And that's the way it is. So that's what we're up against. Can you not see that? Can you? It's just like Mary said, it's like a child can see this. I speak to adults all day long, and I think everyone, like human intelligence, right? It's a hoax. You see what I'm saying? You could go your entire lifetime, it seemed like to me, and never once speak to an intelligent human and that knows any of this or anything important. You could go your whole lifetime and never have a single conversation with anyone with a single brain cell in their head. You know, decades go by and you never have an intelligent conversation with anyone that knows any of this, not ever. And this is just all around them all day, every day. How is that possible? You see, all you got to do, if you want to do it right, go down to Freemason Hall. It's in every town. They'll know you're coming. They can read your mind. They know from far away. You go to knock on the door. They'll be there. They'll invite you in. Sign on the dotted line. And that's the trust you're under. You become one of them. The demon comes in. Hey, your house is paid for. Hey, you're a creature like them. That's it. Boom. That's almost everyone alive. Haven't you seen that? Just like Mary said, how could they possibly afford houses and the TVs and look? Do you see all the new cars past you? I don't know where you live, but listen, in Florida, it's just new car, new car, new car, new car, new car, $1 million house, $1 million house, $1 million new car, new car, new car, new car, $1 million house, $1 million house, $1 million new car, new car, new car. I'm driving, I hope I got reversed, Come on. Do you not see that? Is it not so easy to see, unfortunately? Oh my god. Sovereign. If the IRS is claiming your person owes taxes, is there a way to deal with it other than giving them cash? Yeah. Don't ever pay the IRS a penny for anything ever once you get a trust. Never pay the IRS a penny, never for anything as soon as you get the trust. Why? Put zero in the name of your person. Who cares if there's an old bill? Just don't pay it. Who cares? What can they do? There are no assets in the name of the person. There's no bank account. There's no nothing. Everything's in the trust. You beat them. Who gives the EIN for this trust? The IRS. Who knows every amount, every dollar amount, and every bank account in the entire, not just United States. Who knows that? IRS, right? They know if you have assets in the name of your person. And what would they do? They're just thieves. They're slave owners and thieves. And so they would come steal that from you. But nothing is in the name of your person. They use trusts like now you do. So they're not going to jeopardize their trust situation. They're not going to mess with your trust. They couldn't anyway, right? That's the deal. You made it through the gate. Whoop. What? Why? They don't get what? A slave got what? Oh, they have some money. You know what I mean? To them, it's a joke amount. Oh, you have a trust or whatever. Yeah, one of them found out. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, what are they gonna do? What do they have? Nothing. Pretty much compared to them, no. Right? Nothing. Nada. You're a little flea. Not like a half dead flea. He was not even biting them. Pretty much. But you start biting them harder. You know what I'm saying? You start figuring like the topic of this, conversation, this video. Hey, go get a student loan. Have them train you to get a license that people pay a lot of money for. You could help people. Are you going to change the system? No way. I've been trying to change the system for a decade. I've exposed every single truth to them and everyone. You know what's changing? Nothing. Nothing. You know what's going to change? Nothing. You know what's going to change? Zero. The system will never, ever change. But there are aspects of it that you're not aware of until you do this work and that, you find out they don't actually have control of you when you do this trust. Okay? So they don't have control of you, and now your person is empty. So that person, it's like, well, let me turn that into a vacuum cleaner and start taking everything I can from you, right? Every government, like whatever. First of all, I mean, I hate to have to say this, you know what I mean? But people aren't even aware of this, okay? You see in the news every day, oh, they're on welfare. I mean, that just says how many rich people there are. Do you see what I'm saying? To not even know there's no welfare. There is no welfare. What are you talking about? What welfare? What are you talking about? If there was welfare, I would be getting it. They don't have any. Period. It's a hoax. Welfare is a hoax. Poor people get squat. Okay? And if either like start working, it's like, well, I'm half dead and ill and from you slaving me on this hamster wheel where I can't even earn enough to pay for my food and the roof over my head. So how about no? And if you get to the point half dead and penniless or whatever, they might pay your person some if you really have nothing. But conversely, if we do it wisely, your person has nothing. You use a trust, everything goes into trust. Your person has zero, so you qualify for a welfare. It's EBT food stamps. What's that like? Almost 200 a month. Okay, right. Welfare is like when they give you cash where you can do stuff with it. You know what I mean? Like that's welfare. They don't have that. To think that they have that anywhere. I mean, I just you know, they're on welfare. That's why you have to make these laws. It's like, I mean, how evil do you have to be a politician? Pure, right? Absolutely pure black, right? Pure black, lie about every single thing. Pure, the most evil entities, the most evil creatures, pure evil, all of them, politician, period. And teachers, of course, right? And teachers in schools. Pure evil, the same, right? Pure evil. So stupid. Teachers are so stupid. They cannot even figure out what they're saying. None of it's true. You know what I mean? Hey, children, you're on a ball. Well, that makes you evil. If you're so stupid as an adult human, you're lying to children all day, right? That's about as evil as a politician. About that to me, they're equal evil. Student, teachers and politicians, same evil, carrying out the same exact evil on everyone. Same thing. No, because what teachers say, no, you go vote. That's how you change things. Same thing the politicians say. Oh, come vote. Right? When you were a child and you were in the crib and you would play with things. Oh, that felt like you were really doing stuff. That's all they're doing. This is this is slavery. This ain't about skin color. Is the thing they made up. Oh my God! Can you even imagine the stories they tell us? History's fake. All of it's just 100% fake and never, ever, ever happened. No storyline for any race or skin color or hairstyle or clothing or I like this car. All that's fake. Everything we're taught is fake to divide us from being able to work together and help one another. They're like conspiracy theorists. What are you, a coincidence here? So you think that humans can't collaborate ever? They're so stupid. They're incapable of collaborating, right? Right? Everything's just a coincidence. A conspiracy is when more than one people just work together to accomplish something. And you're saying that's impossible, basically, by saying, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. Humans can't work together to do anything. That's what you're saying. You're saying, everything happens by coincidence. Humans are too stupid to organize and do anything. Do you hear yourself? Because I'm tired of listening. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of listening to that stuff. I can't handle it. So you take as much as you can from them in any way you can take it for you and your family. That's what we have, right? That's all we have. So if they can put you in one of them lying ass schools like I went to, right? I got an MBA, I got a master's in accounting. All I did was learn their rules and what they lie about. They didn't teach you anything really useful in those schools except for their language of how they speak, how to read the scoreboard and crap like that. Okay. But they didn't teach any of this stuff I'm talking about at school. No way. They don't teach it on YouTube. They don't teach it any of this. This has to be you look around you and be like, you finally realize I've been lied to about everything in my life. And then you look at it and be like, what is actually going on? Finally. And everybody, oh, conspiracy theorists. No, I'm intelligent and you're an idiot. That's the way it is. Stupid people say that like parrots, right? Why do you say that? What I say is, all you say is Polly what a cracker all day. You were on a ball. TV's real, voting's real. Like they're all told to say that like a parrot. Blah 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 blah. Polly what a cracker, Polly what a cracker, Polly what a cracker, all day long for an entire human's life. Polly what a cracker. It's like, have you ever asked who told you to say right? Polly wanted cracker. And then have you ever exposed the thought behind that, except for wanting crackers? No. Humans really are incapable of conspiring. They're incapable of it because they're not intelligent enough to do it. They're capable of being conspired against, right? But conspiring to get out of their situation, they have been unable to do it to this point. Unable. Can't do it. You see? That's why you have to start with you. You have to use these methods, get your money safe, get your soul safe, do you. They work on your immediate family around you. And then if you can ever find the time to do those things, then maybe at that point you could get over your programming and start collaborating on the things that are real. Maybe. Doubtful, but maybe. So few humans, right? That's what's really going on around here. So 250,000, right? What are you gonna what do you do with that? Like, don't go waste your time thinking any of that crap is real. It's 100% fake. Everything they teach in school, 100% fake. I've exposed every truth against their lie, right? It's all fake. Everything they teach is fake. Everything they teach, even in graduate school, fake. All of it, fake, made up, all of it. But have you figured out each point, the truth behind it? Oh, this lie. Have you figured out what's behind it? That lie. Have you figured out the truth? Have you actually figured out what actually is going on? That's our job. How are you going to do that if you're all the time working and never have enough money to actually eat or have a home? See, that keeps us on this hamster wheel where we can never have our attention, just outward and like have enough patient, relaxed, non-stressful time to see actually what's going on. That's the goal of the keep it moving, keep it going. Hey, got to do this, and even and making adults like children. If they get money, it's like, oh, look at me on my board ski and my 7 boats and my cool big ass tire drivey thingy and my boats and my bigger boats and my boat that tows my bigger boat, my trailer for my bigger trailer for my boat and my trailer and my truck. I'm a truck and a truck boat truck chicken truck, my plane, my helicopter, my ship, my yacht, my this, my blah blah blah. Oh, if they ever get to adulthood and have 2 nickels, they go out and buy a bunch of toys. Like that has some meaning. And it's trying to give us meaning by, hey, check the brand on my toy. It's like, uh, you're an adult. You don't think you look like an idiot, okay? Because over here, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, you're not dating material. You're like a child over there, Hey, right? Like a whole lot of them. It's just so absurd. But hey, if you want the money, you see what I'm saying? There is a real fake system behind this, and it's just sign up, get out of Freemason Hall. Hey, I'm ready to sell to the devil. They're like, we knew you were coming. Here's sign on the dotted line. There you go. This is your house right over there, and here's your cash money. It comes into this account every month, and we were concerned about you, so just vacation. We don't care. Just do actually anything you want a girlfriend, boyfriend. You want girlfriend and a boyfriend? You want how much you want? You want it? We're gonna send that your way, really, because we just just start having some fun and doing the stuff you want, and actually any drugs and anything. Yeah, we got it all. What do you think the military's for, right? Running the powders. Oh, right. We pretend it's the mafia or whatever, right? Yeah, right. And we get you all the drugs and we get you hooked, and then what? We'll get you to do what we want. Like that's hard. Don't you need some more truck boat trucks and stuff? And some more coke and don't you need some more? It's like, yeah, I need some more. Oh, well, here, just to go do this thing that's an aberration to the human soul, and then you can have as much as you want and you get it. You're like, well, okay. And that's how they have their evil system. And that's how people have mortgages and blah blah blah. That's how they have it. Can't you see that? Come on. You think they're playing a character role. At some point, they go into their character role, go do this, be there, watch them do this. You're on second shift, whatever. That's all they actually do. So if you're going to school, I recommend, get consider getting a degree where you can get a license to terrorize them, or they're afraid of it, or get a license that could actually help people. That's what I say. What are examples of that? Well, obviously everybody's a freaking head case for being a slave. How could you not be? How could anyone not have PTSD from being a slave and being whipped their whole life? Do this, do that, think this, think. Get your invisible whips off me like 6 feet, yo. I'll let you know if I need to hear something. 6 feet, move it back. It's your rule. Step away. Go over there. How could anyone not have PTSD from listening to this BS their whole life? Right. So helping people, psychotherapy, whatever you want to say, listening to people's problems and just hearing them, and taking the time to do that can be helpful for people where they can get it out and so on. That's great, because it's not easy being a slave up here. Either side, you know, either side, you're a slave either way, right? It's just one slave is working for the devil, and one slave is that's it. That's who they are. So, that's where we are. So, what other degrees? You could be MD, right? Every medical doctor sold their soul for the job. Every single one of them. We don't have a single doctor that is trustworthy. We don't. You could go get a doctor's degree and really help people because they don't. Doctors don't. Everyone knows that now. All the doctors sold out, every single one of them. So you could go get an MD and you could actually help people because there are no helpful doctors anymore. There aren't. None can be trusted. Zero. Right? They all sold their soul. Okay. You could do that. Every lawyer is evil, right? Every debt happens. The bank never signs. All the lawyers know it. So every lawyer is just pure black-hearted, evil, stone cold, evil. I mean, just creature, you know what I mean? Purely working and doing evil. Every single lawyer that, right? So we don't have any good lawyers. You could go get a law degree, go get a license, and actually help people. No one's doing that. No one's doing that. And so what happens? Oh, you go to, right? We teach you these methods, but once you have the trust, you always qualify to never pay for your student loan. So you go get federal student loans, you go all the way through school. Doesn't matter how many hundreds of thousands you can get in student loans. It doesn't matter if you get millions. You never qualify to pay. And your credit score is always supreme. Great, no problem. 800 if you want. It doesn't hold back your personal credit score to get $1 million in student loans. It doesn't hurt your credit score at all. And you don't have to pay them a nickel, not your whole life, as long as you use this trust. Anyone can go to school, and they don't just pay your for your tuition and stuff. You can get expenses too. They pay that. So you pay rent, food, stuff like that while you're going to school. Obviously not federal student loans doesn't cover like all Harvard, but it does cover a bunch of state schools and stuff. There's enough money to pay for your tuition and you know student housing if you want to live on campus, and if you don't, then that kind of stuff, food and housing, significant money towards it. It's helpful. And on we go, down with a list of people like, oh, I want to be like you, do what you did. Oh, yeah, you want to go get an MBA, you want to get a master's in accounting, you want to do 30 years of business, and you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to get a general contractor's license, you want to build out you know what I done? I don't think so. Ain't nobody. I don't, maybe I heard one individual might be going to school for free that does this work to come out with a degree and stuff. I don't know why more people. I don't like people like, oh, to be like you. They do nothing like. They don't do anything like me. They don't. Their actions aren't anything like my actions. So you're not doing anything like me. You know, you're not. You're not. It. have the degrees and the experience to engage in the system, right? And go through it and know what you're doing and make a difference in your life and those around you and the people that care, right? That's what we're supposed to be serving our brothers and sisters, right? We're supposed to be doing that. How are you doing it? You could get a degree, you could make money, you could do those things. And you never have to pay a student loan, never. So I'm not, yeah, everything they teach in school is BS, but you want the license to be able to go be a doctor, lawyer, psychotherapist. What's the list? You know what I mean? Like pick one out there that matches you and go, engage and get in the system. And during that schooling time, come down, you know what I mean, from the whole BS programming, pass your things, get your license, and then go actually help people. What? That's possible. And help yourself in the meantime and get paid money. So it not only qualifies you to go for school for free, all for free college, free graduate school, all that stuff. It qualifies, the trust qualifies you for that. That's how it does it, Sovereign Queen, not by this BS system that doesn't actually exist, or you have to sell your soul to the devil. That's actually what you have to do. Everyone on YouTube that says there's some secret method that has no proof. Here's the thing where you haven't even, people haven't even, you can't even see this level of reality, but what makes you think that those creatures on social media have a physical form? Because you see images like this on here. I have physical form. I prove it, right? I show my license, like my credit cards, passport. I've showed my everything unredacted, right, over the time. Everything unredacted. My passport, my social security card with number, credit card, everything. I've shown unredacted everything that no one shows. I've done it on YouTube. I've done it over the years. No one else has done it. Have they ever shown proof of that that's their actual name? And that, no. What makes you think that they have a physical form? They don't. They have you so fooled. It's not even funny. You don't even get that first level. That they don't even have to take a physical form. Oh, come on. Why would they? Oh my God. It's so easy to fool humans. It's so no wonder we make such good slaves, and they have such fun with us, right? We make such great slaves. We like it's right in front of our face, and even as a child, it's like, how do they pay for these freaking houses? I don't know. How's that possible? And everyone around you is too stupid or evil to answer the question. Same in my life. Everyone is. What's the difference, really? If you're too stupid or too evil, what's the in the end? What's the difference? I don't want to hang out with you. You're too stupid or you're too evil. One of the two. What's the difference? I don't really care anymore. Just off you go. Too stupid or too evil is the same bucket for me. Out of the way, creature. You're just move it, right? Ugh. They're never going to be intelligent. It's never going to happen unless miracles happen, unless they witness you miraculously doing what I'm talking about. Open a trust, get the free money from the government, on and on with the list. Then they witness to them, which is 100 miracles in a row. That's the only way you can change anyone. By an individual, right? You can change an individual by them watching your progress. There's no other method. There will be no other method. Right? There isn't. There won't be. Okay, any other thoughts? Any other questions? Who's going to go out and get a degree and walk into the lion's den and you know tell the lions what to do? Hey, quit lying, quit lying. The lion's den, the liar's den. Don't you get it? Anyway, yeah, pack of fallen angel liars think they own us. What do you think? I think not so much. Yeah, do your actions back it up? I think they should. Start with the trust. As I tell everyone, I cannot help a single soul until you open up your trust, open up your bank account, get your money safe, get everything squared away, come down from your programming. Now get into my work. And let's see where you're going to go. Let's see what level you're capable of coming up spiritually. Let's see. Go all the way if you want. with this, right? Some are. Some are patiently taking their time, moving forward, and progress financially, progress spiritually, hand in hand, and off they go. Congratulations. The few that are in here, obviously, they're getting some traction. I mean, Mary, come on. All right. Giant numbers again in here. Oh my God, right? Two, two people. Two people under this dome care about the truth. Two, you two, and me, three. Can you even? You have to take that in. If you don't take that in, you see what I'm saying? You don't know what you're up against. What are you up against? That's right. Everyone. You're up against everyone. Don't you get it? It's you versus everyone. If you have one or two that you can trust, it's a miracle. That's a miracle. Because really, it's us as individuals against everyone until we can conspire together to do what removes their control of us. But individually, you could remove their control. That need to start. Everyone, yeah. Well, they're never going to be an everyone. It's just going to be these individuals, you see? And you're one of them. There's so few. You could individually affect some people around you, maybe. Don't have it as an expectation because it will crush your soul when no one comes around. You know what I mean? Like, it's not their time. That's on them and God. That ain't on you. What's on you is you. And whoever you brought into this world that God sent you to be, a steward of. That's it. No one past that. The rest of them, it's on them. Right? Karma is a law into the individual. There are no groups are fake. That's them thinking, oh, well, we're just going along. Yeah, well, you're an individual. You got a brain. You have your own soul. You're screwed. You did it yourself. Right. Audio is good. Okay, good. Yeah. You're just getting in here. I'm glad it's good. I'm glad it's good. That I'm finally able to use a mic for some reason. It killed me on the first one. I had to restart, and we're back again. It's working. So I had a 5 minute they're they're messing with me again, but it come around. I'm glad that it's good. Listen to it if you didn't make it into the live until now, but listen to it again. I got this audio the whole way through, so I just went over some things, the topic. What I'm doing. I can't. First of all, let me just say it again. If you don't get the trust, I can't help you. If you don't start with it, I can't help you. None of these methods are available to anyone that doesn't get the trust. But all of these methods and many more, they're available to anyone that uses trust. Hooray. Okay, unless anyone has something specific, I think we covered it. And looking to see you next week. That'd be great. Uh, wish we get some more numbers in here because, you know, there are only there's so few intelligent people. And the people that can process this work, start to trust, and care enough to be here, look at how many there are. That's how many there are. You see what I'm saying? There's so few people that give a crap about their life or changing it. They just don't care. They let's just say they gave up. They just gave up. I'm not a human. Now, don't give up, right? It's hard, right? I voice, it's an emotional reaction to what we're up against. Individually, individual against everyone. You see what I'm saying? Because they're all around you. You see what I'm saying? They're all around you. It's going to be everyone everywhere you go almost all the time for your entire life. You have to accept that. Then you have to overcome it. And that's what I'm here to help with. So let's keep up the good stuff. If nobody has any particular points, I will see you next week, 7 p.m. Thursday. Okay. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for the feedback. I appreciate that. And thanks for doing the work. Thanks for caring about yourself and your loved ones. your children. Thanks for caring enough about yourself and your children to do this. You know, that's what it takes, an actual love of yourself, to say, I'm better than just being a slave of this TV. You know what I mean? Because the TV just gives them orders and they all do it. Now, you're better than that. Keep up the work. This can be emotionally difficult. Keep moving forward. Keep it positive. Know that, you individually you have overcome when you do this trust. That you just have to keep moving forward on a daily basis and making progress as you are. And we'll keep moving forward. Okay. All right. Thank you for coming. I'll see you next week, 7 p.m. Everyone have a beautiful week. Okay. God bless you all.